All right, welcome to Bust a Move. This is another 12 frames per second with Toonkind. I'm Kraken. Today I'll be playing Craigory Danthew, who doesn't quite know what's coming for him in a minute. And with me today is the lovely, the fantastic.
Ah, well, I am with the fabulous, so that's fantastic. Hi, everyone. I'm Vwild, and I'm playing a certain detective monkey who's about to commit some chaos, a lot of shenanigans, and by God, she's gonna have fun.
Aim of the game. All right. So, opening on that note, Lynn, I think we open with you. I imagine for this case, this has gotten its own dedicated conspiracy board at this point.
Oh yeah, it's one of those boards that's got the flaps that can go out either side. That.
Oh,
It's big. It's got color-coded string in at least 4 different colors. The sparkly pen has been brought out at least once. It is big. It covers several months of stuff. She's dedicated.
yeah. This is no petty criminal Lynn has set her sights on here. This is someone who, as if you took the time to untangle and decipher this big, huge thing that's been built up. This is a thief that has made a mark by getting into the parties and galas and balls and whatnot of people, and during all the cheerful hubbub and commotion, making off with a bunch of valuables and being unable to be pinned because, well, it was a party. Everyone was there.
Mm-hmm. Indeed. She's gone through as many different suspects as she can think of, including Teal. She very much did find Teal wherever she can manage to find him and just went, "Is this you?" "No? Okay, have a good day. Sorry for terrifying you. Bye."
That would have actually been a really fun twist. Has this happened to Lynn at least once?
Yes, it has happened to Lynn at least once, which is why her main first thing was, "Is this you?" "Okay, it's not you. Don't peck and go to these parties." She will arrest him. She will. Totally will. He has not got favoritism.
Uh, as it is, Lynn, I think you've been called to this scene a few times, so the problem is this person, whoever they are, is really good at leaving not much of a trail at all. Arriving afterwards has done you no good so far. So, what's your new plan, Lynn, to catch this heinous thief?
Well, the logical plan is if you can't get them after, and getting them before is kind of something that doesn't work because you just go up to someone and go, "You're gonna steal this thing." They can deny it. So, she's got to catch them in the act. So she needs to be in there. But being in a place, I mean, she can get herself in. She knows people. She knows the best butler in Einquell. Problem is, going on your own attracts a scene. She needs a +1. So, for a +1, you need someone loyal, someone you trust, someone who is very resourceful, and someone who's peckin' pretty. You need the prettiest person, okay? If you're gonna do stuff, you need eyes off you and on you at the same time. So who's the prettiest person she knows? Oh, Craigory! Craigory is the prettiest person Lynn knows. This is gonna be a brilliant plan. She is a genius.
Absolutely phenomenal. Astounding logic. I love it. Lynn, the party is tonight. How are you roping said pretty boy into this plan?
I think the first thing she realizes, she's had all this planning of just like, she could go with another event, but no, this one is a really good one, and she knows this stuff is exactly what this thief's MO is. So she just goes, time is of the essence. She is dashing over to his place. She's using her key. She loves her key. She loves her skeleton key so much. She is zooming over to his place. She's not going to go with the door. No one goes with the door. She's going to go to the window. And she's just going to She's gonna see if she can spot Craigory. Just like through the window.
Yeah, roll perception, I think.
Okay. Hey Lin, what's your perception today? Oh, we're starting off really good. Lin, you did not have to roll that good at this.
Remember, this is the fun times game. Yes, she gets to roll good. And
She got a 24.
Lynn knows exactly which windows to go to. She knows which windows lead to what in this place, and this window leads directly into Craigory's workspace. And lo and behold, he is there.
And she scrambles up. She is perched on the windowsill. She specifically doesn't come in until she gets permission because she is trying to respect boundaries. But there is a very insistent knock, 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 knock.
Craigory looks up from his desk, which is a disaster zone of papers and diagrams, and there is just a golden monkey gargoyling on his window.
She's grinning. She is straight up just grinning. She's like slightly bouncing in place of, yep, this is a case, and she's going to share it with her best friend, and she's got a plan, and this is amazing, and she is still knocking.
Good lord. And he opens the window. What's gotten into you?
Craigory! Okay, go out with me.
What?
Go out with me. There's a ball. It's going to be pink and fantastic. I want you. You're pretty. Let's go.
What? Okay. Yeah?
Woohoo! And Lynn does just like, she does throw her arms in the air and she has slightly leaned back. There is probably a minor risk of her, going off of this tiny window ledge.
Oh, yeah, no, he's, leaning forward and is just gonna grab an arm and pull her in.
Oh, this is peckin' fantastic. You're gonna love it. Have you ever been to a ball before? Balls are fantastic. I normally go as a butler. Butlers are fun. We're not going as a butler this time. You'll be my +1. This is gonna be great. And she's not specified anything yet. She's just,
absolutely not.
In her head, she's already got the cork board in her mind trying to figure stuff out on that end.
And there's a whole bunch of questions being fired at him. He's just trying to answer them chronologically best as he can remember them. No to ball, but sometimes the guild did fancy parties? That's similar enough, right? When? Did you say this was tonight? What are you wearing?
Yes, it's tonight.
What am I wearing?
Don't worry about that. I already have your measurements. Okay? I've already got my outfit. You're gonna have your outfit. I know a guy. It's pecking great on that front, honestly. Very happy with that. Probably need to do the final tailorings. In fact, yeah, we've got time to do final tailorings and you can put your own specifications in there. Yeah. Also, you know how to dance?
Kind of. Enough.
Great. Okay. We've got time. We can practice. Okay. This is gonna be peckin' fantastic. This is gonna be the best case. Woohoo!
Case? What? Hello?
And Lynn also is just like, she's partially just like jumped up, ready to go out the window, just slightly snagged your hand as though she's gonna drag it, and then just goes, wait.
Important question, is this a first or second story window?
I think it might, just for the benefit of not dealing damage to the Craigory, be the first, because I think his office was on the bottom floor.
Sure, I'll go with that.
I think she's just like halfway on the windowsill and goes, wait, did I give context yet?
I don't even know who's throwing the party, so no.
Oh,
but
Lord Harrington Beltwood. He's a mother pecker, but hey, he's a rich picnic. They throw balls.
Okay, has Lynn like half pulled Craigory out the window? He's just gonna be crawling across the desk to follow at this point.
She's kind of halfway on the windowsill, got him by the tail, and is just kind of leaning out the window, using her tail on his arm as something of a tether point, so that she can be dramatic.
Okay. Yeah, sounds fun. Tell me about the case as we figure this out. How many hours do we have?
Ah, well, it's morning. I did sleep. I promise. I even went over to the manor for a quick nap, because honestly, best place. That island table, you can get the best nap there ever. It's very comfy. You get a surprise blanket as well. I love it. Anyway, context, it's morning. We've got a couple of hours. We'll do some dancing. We'll get those outfits sorted, and I should probably fill you in on this case, shouldn't I?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, we're gonna catch a thief. It's gonna be great.
Oh, okay, reverse heist. Alright.
Exactly. And we get to dress up, and there's free food.
Oh, well. Oh, they're gonna fit. Oh, okay, yeah, I'm in.
It's the fancy food. It's the food that no one can pronounce. We're probably gonna want to try and avoid saying it, although, actually, there are some things that you just want to mispronounce just because it's peckin' hilarious.
Yeah, sure, like the horse divorce. Perfect. Let's go.
Yeah, she cracks up at that, and then she's like, okay, we're going! We're going! Woohoo! And she's jumped out the window.
He is also crawling out the window.
I think, and then the best bit is, it's just like, they could have taken the door. She doesn't just walk around the front of the building and get out her key again. They could have just gone to the front door the normal way. Unfortunately, Lin is all chaos, very excited for case. That's all her brain is dedicated to at this moment.
And Craigory's just going, alright, and is along for the ride.
They haven't even
Lin's
told.
lead.
They haven't even told Pip and Boomer. Oh, Peck. They're probably gonna want to phone call home. Just, hi, this is what's happening. I've been kidnapped by Lin again.
It occurs to him in the middle of the, I'm sure, upcoming montage.
Yes, and there is a excellent montage. It's just, Lin does fill him in on everything. She's got the board. She's got her really long, like, ruler for pointing stuff out. And she does just go to town with it.
He's just sitting, facing the board, nodding very seriously, following the ruler pointing, tracing the strings, like, okay. Actually, should I roll something to see how much he understands of this? Just the board.
Yes.
Let's do investigation. You know what? It's perfectly functional. He's just walking in here. As he understands it, he's here to be the +1, provide backup, and be pretty. That's all he needs.
Yeah. She does directly say, you are the prettiest peckin' face I know. You're absolutely fantastic. You're perfect.
And he beams. Like, yes, he is. Thank you for noticing.
Hey! And there is in this montage the sorting out outfits, final alterations. Like, he can choose stuff that he wants, just making sure the colour palettes line up. And then, of course, minor levels of cover story, because it's not good to go into this place and go, ah, yes, hello, my name is Fake Placesburg.
That's an insult to everyone who is legitimately from Fake Placesburg.
If you're from Fake Placesburg, I'm sorry. But I'm not. Oh god, off to a great start already.
Good start already. If we're doing the clothing montage, does this mean I can finally drop the art?
Yes! Do it! Do it! Drop the most tasty of arts.
There we go. They're gonna fit right in.
They are going to fit right in. It's gonna be fabulous. They're gonna catch a thief. They're gonna get free food. Everything's gonna go fine.
Everything's
We have
going
contingencies.
to be great.
We have contingencies. If all else fails, you smash something and yell scatter.
Perfect. Doesn't fail.
Indeed, it's Inkwell. It can't fail. They're tunes. They're tunes, Your Honor. But she does just go, okay, cover names. You got anything in mind?
Yeah, I've used an anagram. It is compromised by like one person, but I don't know if we see her there might be other problems. I don't know. Point is, I do have like Nico D. Greywater. Does that work?
Classy, fits. Yeah, that'd work. That'd work nicely. Alright, let's see. I've got a couple of masks I wear here, there, and everywhere. Can't go certain name, can't go that one, can't go that one. That one's technically wanted. That was a fun case.
Eyebrows
Very
shoot
much
up.
never.
Oh, wanted. Oh, you're wanted, are you? Oh.
Technically, Lady Parnella is wanted in some areas of Ghibli. No one can ever point it back to me, and hey, I busted a few rings while I was out there, so honestly, major success.
I am going to need to hear more about that later, just so you know.
Yeah, indeed. We'll talk about it over tea sometime. It'll be great. Alright, so let's see. Alliteration might work. How about Goldie Greywater?
Okay, yeah, that rolls off the tongue.
Mm-hmm.
What are we? Like, I'm the plus one, but what's going on?
These kind of events, they do kind of want to... Well, the plus one's usually the partner. You know what? Hey, Craigory, wanna marry me?
Sure, why not?
Peckin' fantastic! Alright. This can work. Alright, I'm going out with my husband. We're going to a ball. This is gonna be great.
How long? Like, are we newlywed? Or are we... Has it been like 5 years and we're in the middle of potentially a scandalous affair? What's the story?
Oh god, scandalous affair. Don't get me started on those. I've given those cover stories to some of my people before. They get really into it. Honestly, last time I gave one of my guys a cover story like that, he set the place on fire. Then again, it was Cop. He was probably going to set it on fire anyway. He's like that. I really should put a leash on him at some stage. I won't, but I should. But,
I mean, I can share the schematics for the boomer-proof leash.
You know what? It might just work with him. Then again, he could also chew... Wait, no, you've probably made it chew-proof. God, I want it.
It's pretty chew-proof.
Heckin' fantastic.
Chew-proof,
I'm gonna be...
fireproof, can't cut it with scissors, that sort of thing. There's a certain amount of stretch to it so it's not brittle and doesn't snap. Boomer resistant.
You're already my husband, but by gods, I love you in this moment. It's true love. Heckin' true love. Okay. You are fantastic. And she does just, get up on the, get up on her desk and just, clap her hands around your face and go, I love you, you're heckin' fantastic. We're doing that later. Ha-ha! He's not gonna see it coming.
Would Lin like to roll an insight?
Yeah. I will roll an insight. I will roll that insight. That is an 18.
Yeah, well, Craigory is not displeased. He's kind of flustered.
Hey!
But he's definitely not displeased. Just, flustered, but still very, all right, let's do this.
Oh, she is beaming right back. You can see, not even having to roll, you know Lin so incredibly well. Her outline is the best it can be. It's just she is happy, she is relaxed, she is with her best friend, and they are going on a case together, and it is amazing. There is near no signs of fray in this moment.
Oh, that's so good. Yeah, Craigory's just committing this whole bit to memory. For that, because, yeah, he's rarely seen Lin this together and happy, for one thing. For another, it's nice to hear things.
Yes. Alright, so let's see. 3 years ought to cut it. We could always say that our anniversary was recently. They like that sort of thing. It's a good little bit of gossip, but not enough. It's fantastic.
Okay,
Right.
okay. 3 years, so all right. And
Mm-hmm.
we're both gray waters, but I'm the plus one. You're the working monkey.
God, that's a thing. Alright, so yeah. Yeah, okay. Pick titles.
Titles.
Yeah. This is always the hard part because we're going to a lord's place, so we can't outdo him. Same time, being a commoner isn't gonna be great, seeing as he's fancy. He's a mother pecker. This guy's got like 10 horses.
Huh, okay.
Right.
Craigory doesn't know titles or hierarchies or anything, so it's,
Yeah.
what about like are we new to town? Are we new to the scene? Like no one's gonna know who we are, so something
Right.
to cover that.
Yes. Let's see. And she is just like, can I roll to see if Lynn's managed to somehow get part of the guest list? Just because that
You know
does
what?
seem
Yeah, that's funny. Lynn probably has contacts inside in order to be walking in here anyway, so let's see if she's gotten her hands on a guest list.
Okay, what would you say that would be? What kind of role? History? Sleight of hand?
I would say it's either sleight of hand or investigation.
You know what? Let's go investigation. And that is dirty 20.
Yep. I'll do it.
Lynn, your habits are questionable, but by gods do they get results.
Yep, so this is definitely, it might not be the full thing, but it's certainly a sizable guest list that gives a good pool sample of who to expect and what kind of people to expect.
Alright, there's a... Oh, that's picking ironic. There's a certain area of Ghibli that one of my identities is wanted in, but no one's from that place, so we could always say we're from there. No one would question it. We're
Okay,
from out of town.
From Ghibli.
Yeah, from Ghibli. Just as you do, just coming on in. Saying we've got a title isn't exactly. What's that word for when you're newly rich? There's a word for it, isn't it?
Like nouveau riche.
That's the pecking ticket. You say it very well. Alright, we could always go with that. Puts us in a thing, means that we can make a few, social faux pas without it being too, outrageous.
You just want to swear.
Yes, I do. And there is just, she does just like, she was actively looking at the list, and now she's just looking at you with the big old puppy eyes. It's just, yeah, I want to swear. I want to swear so much. Alright, so we got new money, we got a place, we got marriage stuff. Wait, yeah, we got marriage stuff. We can hide rings. Just everything is gonna be peckin' fantastic. Now, do you know how to dance?
Kind of, sort of. I mean, on the rings, both our right hands are kind of, holds up his own clunky hollow hand. Lynn's, I assumed, is currently gloved or bandaged or wrapped at the moment.
Both. She wears light blue bandages underneath it most days because she doesn't like looking at parts of it. However, she has got the black glove on as well, and she's like, oh, that's peckin' genius! We've already got a built-in cover story there. That's great. I love it.
Me, 20 seconds later, forgetting, wait, rings go on the left hand, don't they?
Not anymore. No.
Not for these two. I stick my hand in the plot hole and it's comfy.
I mean, she could butcher the other hand if you like.
No. No more hand injuries for these two.
Yes, dear God, the amount of toons with hand injuries is immense.
Messed up hand club only grows.
It does. It really Does. Another game I was in recently, dear God, we had two more on the hand club.
I remember.
Don't worry about it. It was babble. That's all you need to say.
Uh-huh.
I love my Sib stuff. Anyway, so they've got that sort of stuff down. There is just, I think Lin does just at that point just go, wait, okay, outfits, dancing, let's go. And she does just kind of just tackle you.
Ah!
This monkey has no chill. This monkey is all excitement, no chill. She hasn't had a case that is this fun and not, oh God, everyone's dying, there's so much danger. This is a safe case. If they go wrong, it's just someone who's just got away. It's not someone's injured.
Yep.
It's great.
There's no stakes here. You know, Lord Harrington, Belfont, whatever, just gets a little wham because this great big, you know, Ruby got taken. Oh.
Okay, I want to imagine that's like slightly in character and Lin just swoons. It's just the dramatic swoon onto the sofa. Just, oh no, the Ruby.
Not my precious gem.
Oh, the tragedy, the scandal. Oh, whatever will we do? We'll have to downsize the horses.
Now I'll only have 7 horses.
Okay, Lin.
They're both just mocking this guy they've never met.
I'm gonna roll and see how well Lin is keeping her composure at this point. That's a nat 1. She is cackling on the floor.
Which means actually Craigory's just continuing the whole thing.
I'm dying! You're killing me! You're killing your wife! Yeah.
Well, that means all the riches will go to me. This is the scandal. I'm a gold digger.
Oh! I am deceased. I cannot believe this. My own husband against me. Craigory, you are getting... Hey, Craigory, roll me a strength save.
Oh, boy. 9. Nope.
You were focused on the monkey. You forgot the house. You are picked up in a tornado. Network is getting in on this. This is hysterical. You're airborne.
Ah, no. Mutiny. Mutiny. Are they already dressed up?
I think so, just because the idea of that cape.
Exactly. That's exactly my thought. That cape is getting everywhere, and I'm sure with the following that check, he's getting tangled in it.
Yes. It's just, Lin just full on just sits up and just goes, never bet against the house picnic.
Oh, you've wanted to use that joke forever, haven't you?
I have been waiting for someone to break in and it just be a silly one just so I can use that. Thank you. I'm so happy.
He's just thoroughly tangled up and cocooned in his own cape now.
Yes. It's just, you are set down eventually and there is just Lin who just comes over and just gives you a head bonk. It's just, got ya.
Network got me.
Team effort. I was distraction.
Mm-hmm.
It was a joint effort, you mother pecker. I helped. And there is just the equivalent of a hummed eye roll.
Well, that was a 7 dex to detangle himself. Wizard is stuck.
Okay. Lydia's just going to notice that and then she's just going to cackle and go, okay, we're going to give that clasps just to be on the safe side. However, that is hilarious. You make a fine burrito. Ha!
The fanciest burrito there is. Extra guacamole and everything.
Yep. You are the piece de resistance of burritos. God, that is so mangled into one. Alright, let's get you out of that. And there is just, in fact, would you permit me of Lin just grabbing one end of this cape?
Oh, yes. Spin.
Yes. Just, I'm gonna roll strength to see how she does on that. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Tell me, what would this exactly, on the spin, sorry, That was the wrong modifier. It's a 16 plus 3.
It's still pretty good.
Yeah, that's a 19. He's gonna spin like a Beyblade.
Spin like a top. Yup. He just kind of goes around the room for a few seconds and he's, when he finally stops, very dizzy, arms out.
Ta-da! Just William Smith hands at you. And look! Nothing wrong with the outfit. You look pink and radiant. Your hair looks good, windswept. You look perfect.
Oh, gee, thanks. He's gonna try and reach out and just, yank the hood of Lin's own outfit over her head.
She does not resist. There is just a quiet, ah! Oh, you piece of peck! I should take your kneecap for that. I should take your kneecap for that.
Can't dance without kneecaps.
Oh, that's true. That is true.
I have protection now.
You get to keep it on loan. Okay, you're keeping it on loan. It's in your custody for now, and then afterwards it'll be mine. I'll write my initials on it. It'll be wonderful.
You can try.
Oh, is that a challenge?
Mm-hmm.
And she is just like, she's poking her head out from underneath her hood, and her eyes are just glowing with the orange of her magic, and she just grins. It's just like, I'm gonna win. But to business. We've got a couple more hours. Okay, everything is gonna be great. We're gonna be grand. Actually, Do we need accents? Do we need voices? My voice is kind of peck and distinctive.
Oh. Does Ghibli have an accent?
I don't fucking know. Wait, no, sweetheart, do not repeat that. Sweetheart, do not repeat. I don't know. God damn it, I tried to stop you saying that word. And you can tell there's just, Lin is just like pointing at the ceiling. There is a very happy hum. You can kind of insinuate what word is being used.
Gregor just pats a wall.
We do not tell Decimal I used the F word, okay?
Tell Decimal Lin used F word. Got it.
Alright, oh, you're losing both your kneecaps and your sternum. All your ribs belong to me now. Okay, they're not Craigory's ribs, they're Lin's ribs, okay? I don't even know
what else is there left at this point?
I don't know. Pinky bone? You've got a wishbone, right?
That presumes a lot more knowledge of Toon anatomy than I have.
Honestly, I know very little of Toon anatomy as well. Basically, I just go with whatever the doctors say before I throw myself out a window or what Asclepius says. I don't know whether we have wishbones. We'll find that out another day.
Yeah, I'll look it up at some point.
Woo! God, these guys are shenanigans, and we are just absolutely goofing off. This is wonderful.
This is a goof game. This is what we are here for. These two deserve a good time, damn it, and we are giving it to them.
But I think Linda just look at the time and go, okay, so we got outfits. I've got my heels, so I'm at a good height to you. Cover stories. We got the invitations. I know Jeeves. Jeeves can get us in, no problems. Honestly, wonder having a butler as your second in command. He is the best, and I love him. Now, all we got to do is, well, voices and dance. So, and she holds out her hand just in the middle of this room and just goes, you want to practice?
Yeah, give it a shot. Puts his hand in hers. It should be noted that with Lin's 1 foot platforms, she still only comes up to a bit below his shoulders.
It's great, it's wonderful. She is not going any higher. She almost wanted to. One day she wants to be as tall as the Spookies. She has not got that without looking ridiculous.
Stilts.
Yes,
you
exactly. You
want to solve crimes and do high chase scenes in stilts?
She probably could. I mean, seriously, this monkey just keeps on surprising me. That'd be hilarious, though.
It would.
God, we'll plan that for another day.
Alright. So, dancing rolls. What do you figure? Dex?
Yep, Dex sounds good.
Acrobatics or
Whichever's higher, perhaps. It could be Dex, it could be performance, it could be acrobatics.
yep, we'll make this a dex for Craigory. That's the best he's got.
All right, let's see. Da, 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 da.
Oh,
I
hell
think Lynn's gonna. Ooh. Oh hell yeah! Okay, okay, that is good. Da, 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 da. Lynn went with performance. She knows how to do this shit.
Oh yeah, dirty 20 and a 26. These guys are on it.
She might have done research. No, she did. She totally didn't watch as many DJ Moves movies as possible that had ballroom scenes in them as possible. Shush.
It was critical research.
It was the most critical research. It was for science. She totally had to tell that to her son and her cousin when they just walked in on her doing it. It is for research.
Impromptu movie night.
Yes. But yeah, I think with that they've really got it down pat.
Yeah, just are they doing waltzes?
Mhm. They probably do a couple of styles. It's just Network can actually Lynn has got a radio, so every now and then Network just changes the tune and sees how they react.
And with scores like that, yeah.
Indeed. There is soft mental imagery there, Your Honour. There is very soft mental imagery of just these two together. In fact, there is probably just them trading between who's leading.
Yeah.
Just so they can both experience, because one of the things that Lynn will directly tell him is, at points, the ballroom, specifically on the dance floor, you get a complete 360 of the room as you're turning. So in essence, it's one of the greatest places to get information. If you lead at points, I can spot things, and when I lead, you can see things.
You know, I hadn't thought about it like that, but yeah, makes sense. It's also good for them to figure this out now because, again, one is distinctly taller than the other. So if they're going to be switching, they need to figure out how that works. And also one is on 1 foot stilts. And there's a cape involved. They're getting all the coordination issues out now.
Yes, there is, like that goof that we had in DMs, there is probably that at one point of just, they did probably try without the heels at first just to see if they could get the basics down. It went chaotic.
Haha, short.
Right, that's it. I'm just taking the kneecaps right now. Tackle.
How to talk to short people.
Not like that. But I do think they have a nice time on that front of they get the stuff down pat and it gets closer to the time. Just, they've got their plans, they go over the place one more time. Lynn probably does point out, she's canvassed the scene a little bit. She knows people. She knows how to get a floor plan. Don't worry about it. She totally doesn't have to, she knows people. She doesn't actually have to bribe anyone. She just goes, "Hi, you're one of the butlers at this place, right? How does it work?" And she just gets it. It's literally one of her background features.
Working class says this is a friend.
Exactly. It's just I have helped out, and she's worked with and helped out people all across Einquell. It's literally the area that she excels at of just making those connections. So she just goes, "Hi, I want some help." Yay!
Still something that seems like complete magic to Craigory, but here we are. Are they just on their way, or are they walking up now?
I think so. I think it's a good transition from finally getting the dance and finally getting everything falling into place to walking up to this place, arm in arm.
Okay. All right. Cool. Yep. This is cool. And the place you're walking up to, yeah, you can tell there is a function going on. There is a gate that widely circles the property with the gates open, and the gates themselves are golden shiny. There's lights going on. There's, a feeling of magic in the air due to just general enchantments going on. And the place is already starting to get into full swing. Lynn has brought the two of them here within the realm of not quite fashionably late, but just a bit past the start time. You know, they're not going to be noticed coming in because they're one of the first.
It's that perfect point between not too late that people are going to be turning heads of, oh, who's this? And not early enough, like you said, for people to be going, oh, arrival. It's that perfect blend of just within the throng. It's a well-timed one. And I'm gonna, just for shits and giggles, I'm gonna see how well Lin can change her voice. Okay, that would probably be, would you say deception or performance?
It could go either way, so use whatever makes sense slash whichever modifier works out.
I think, quite frankly, with Lin and all of her disguises, she literally associates different cases with different masks, and so it's a deception. And so there is just, as you're just going up, she goes, So, Nico, my dear husband, you doing good?
Yeah, I'm doing great. Because that was a 7.
Oh, bless. Hey, you're with me. It's gonna be fine. We're just husband and wife, just going in here, enjoying the time. Gonna have free food, gonna have some nice dance, going to meet some interesting people.
Yeah. Yep. It'll be good. Pats her arm. Lin can see he's just trying to, like, you know, breathe in, breathe out, and just try to become relaxed.
In fact, what Lin does is she just goes, hey, look at me a moment.
Yeah. It looks down.
I trust you. You're gonna do great. Okay? Just breathe, smile. You got my back and I've got yours. We got this.
We got this. And
she's gonna give him one of her bardic inspiration die with that.
Aha. All right, noted. How much is that?
That is a d6. She's not high yet, but by God, she will be one day.
All right. D6 to be used. And with that, Craigory, or Nico, shall we say, does straighten up, relax some, shake tension out of the shoulders, and just smile and be empty-headed pretty. No thoughts here.
Oh my God, he's a himbo.
No thoughts here. He's the trophy husband.
No thoughts, head empty, only love.
Exactly. And coming up to the door, there is staff who are checking invites. Lin, I imagine you have already made contact with this person or even know them.
Yep, she does know quite a few people. She has run a few of these things before. And so she does just make sure, she makes sure to make it casual, but she is just looking for her contact in.
Wanna do a perception to find your contact?
Yes, I do. That would be perception. Damn, okay, Lin is rolling good. Let's keep it up.
Oh, yeah.
How does a dirty 20 do?
Dirty 20 does you just fine. It's not exactly the person who's checking all the invites and the RSVP list, but Lin, you catch the eye of someone who's taking people's coats, if they have them, and they just bustle and go, yes, mister, this is a late RVSP. They're not on the list, but I can vouch for them. And there is a nod, and your names are added to the roster, and Goldie and Nico Greywater enter the scene.
There is a final smile of just, yes. God, she loves her informants. And then it's just all that confidence that she tries to project every day is they both wander in. They made it through step 1. Many, many, many more steps to follow, including the steps. Woo!
Woohoo! This place is already in a pretty decent swing. The floor is already getting pretty full of people just wandering around. There's some groups that have formed of people chatting. There is also the, snacks and drinks table that winds its way along the side, and people are starting to pick from that. And for anything else, rolling perception.
Yep. For both of them?
Yep.
Alright. Okay, Lin. Okay, you are in detective mode and having a blast, aren't
Lin
you?
is on this.
You got a 26!
She's getting so many 26s.
She likes 26. It's her new lucky number, apparently.
Yeah. With an 11, Craigory himself is a little overwhelmed. This is a lot that's happening at once. He's been to some sort of fancy shindigs with the Wizard Guild as a teen, but also they weren't this amount of people or level of energy. Lin, A, you've been in detective mode ever since you had your brilliant idea of how to get in here. You're still riding at high. 2, you've done this before, even if it's not been as a party goer, but as waitstaff.
It's a bustling place like this is basically like Lin's mind runs 24/7. She's basically turning this ballroom into a giant corkboard in her head. Just where people are, who they are, what person is doing what, and where all the important valuables are. She's just trying to clock as much information as possible and loving it.
Craigory doesn't really get anything new because he's just trying to take it all in without knowing what's particularly important and just going, all right. Lin, speaking of valuables and where they are, the far end of the hall is where it looks like, well, hey, there's the Lord Harrington Belfont himself. And he's got his own group going on, chatting, whining, a little bit of dining. It's only appetizers out right now, and this kind of thing, it probably only is appetizers. You just gorge yourself on those all evening. But the thing that catches Lin's attention here and what made her think that this was the perfect sting operation to go on, because there's no way this safe is going to pass this up. It's safe to say that this lord is a bit of a peacock because he literally is one.
Oh god, that
and
is
beside him in full view, glittering for everyone to see and marvel, there is a big, fat, shiny, gigantic, frankly, ruby glittering there and sparkling. Just to show off, just to emphasize how important he is.
Oh god. Yeah, she has no regrets about them tearing this guy apart earlier.
Yep, it's sitting there. It's sitting in like a little plush cushion. There's a glass case around it. Bit of security, but it sure is in view and right there.
Just a moment of chaos, that could go quick. That could go missing very quickly. She should know. She's watched Teal do stuff. She's very impressed with Teal. She will never say this out loud because she knows it would go straight to his head. But she's seen him pull off stuff before, and she's just there going, yep, okay. Yeah, that's the thing. That's what they're going to go for.
That's the ticket.
Yep. And so, as she's just like, because you don't want to stay up on the bit as you're walking in for too long, especially as it A, draws eyes, and B, there are people behind you. And so she does just like start leading Craigory down, and just as she's going, she does just, with a message spell just tucked into his arm, just go, okay, Ruby, 12 o'clock, that's the main target. You see it?
Oh, yep. Wow. How heavy is that thing?
I don't want to know, but if you put it in a hammer space...
Like it was never there.
Indeed, that's probably how they've been doing it so far. Well, if they are a toon, I'm 80% sure it's a toon. Could be a half toon. Doubting it's a real unless they've got some really fancy magic.
Alright. Good information to look out for. And as the two of them come down the stairs, there is a group that's been mingling there, and someone is going to exclaim along the lines of, "Well, aren't you new around here? Who's this?"
And just like that, Lin's just going, oh, to peck with it, right, socializing. Fuck, I haven't socialized in years. She's not said that out loud, especially as I've not used the accent. I do swear it, because by God, that would not go well.
Cover busted immediately.
Yes, there is just, she just like kind of just she's looking at Nico and then just turns and just goes, oh, why, hello there. Yes, we haven't been here long, have we, darling? Anyway, where are my manners? I'm Ms. Greywater, my husband. Nico, you going to introduce yourself, darling?
Yeah, I was making sure you were done, dear. Nico Greywater. Just gonna hold hands out to shake, because that's what you do, right?
Yep. Indeed. Gods, these two socializing. Oh no, what have we done? we planned so many details. Unfortunately, these two forgot. Talking.
Oh no. But, yeah, polite introductions all around, people murmuring their names. Just like, so, yeah, being new here, hey, hi, how long has the Lord had that? I'm just gonna point at the big jewel.
Subtle, darling, very subtle, but
hey, listen, he put it right in front for everyone to see. It's obvious he wants us to talk about it.
I'll admit it is a wonderful icebreaker. And our wonderful new friends here, well, they must know a great deal. I mean, you all seem resplendent.
Oh, of course I know a great deal. The most talkative person here immediately gets a gleam in her eye.
And Goldie leans in. It's just very much that old do tell. These guys are going to assume that Goldie Greywater is a bit of a gossip by the end of this.
Well, it's not entirely wrong, gossip, fishing for information. What's the difference? But it sounds like those two just go off, and Nico's left standing there, and so he's going to end up talking to some people just like, so what's Giznep and Toontown like? We're sure not from here. Oh boy.
Oh God.
But said a bit better than that.
Yes. Lin's probably at least given him a bit of lying stuff of just how to pretend you know what you're doing. Exude that confidence. He's already pretty good at that with the Jello. It's just exude your confidence, you crazy man. You made a Jello, now you can lie.
Next time on Toonkind, Craigory learns how to lie.
In fact, Lin probably just went, just imagine you're lying to Minerva that you've done absolutely nothing wrong with a little angel halo above you. You can get away with anything as long as you pretend you're just lying to the person you really want to lie to and get away with.
Honestly, that's advice that works pretty well. So, Craigory, kind of as per his proposed job description, is just chatting with people, holding court, being, enthusiastic but a little empty-headed. Kind of charming. Lin, you've identified a gossip. What kind of questions do you have for this gossip?
There are just so many. There are so many. And also just gossips. I've met some gossips. Once they latch onto your arm, there is no getting them off. There's going to have to be some sort of way later on. She's probably going to have to signal her husband to help pry this person off. But it's just the estate, the Lord Harrington Belford himself, the Ruby especially, and then just, that subtle, just not quite concerned, but we've heard there are dreadful things going on recently, but without saying directly, yeah, there's crime, isn't there? Which one of you have been robbed?
Well, that's just the scandal, isn't it? And this person is leaning in, for Lin's not insignificant monkey ears. And lifting a hand, she's like, well, you didn't hear it from me, but that is rather the thing, isn't it? You must think that Bellefonte has some mighty security to be running this thing, because yes, there has been a thief. Oh, just look at poor Monty over there, and is going to point at someone else further away who's pouring some punch. It's probably not spiked. This is a fancy place, right?
They've got champagne, or the Toon equivalent of champagne. We are not getting into that.
It's like, oh,
I refuse.
Poor Monty. Yeah, it happened to him. This is the first time he's shown his face in public since... Oh, it's so tragic.
Oh,
The
ghastly.
family jewels. They got robbed.
No. And she does just, like, put her hand to her chest in the, oh my word. She's playing into it. It just, not enough that this gossip's going to know that she's mocking, but it is very much the, oh, the scandal.
Oh, the scandal. And it's the thing, they weren't even on full display. They were hidden behind lock and key in a vault in the basement, so the saying goes. And yet, 2 days later, when things went on a routine check, they were gone.
Oh.
It could only have happened at the party.
Indeed. A rather crafty fellow.
Yeah, you'd have to think so. And so some people just don't run these things anymore, these shindigs. But, you have to wonder if old Bellefonte has a plan, actually. But that's
indeed.
just my opinion. What do I know?
Oh, you know a great deal, my darling, honestly.
Oh, you flatterer.
Well, it's only charm if it's true, and my word, everything I speak right now is fact.
Oh, where have you been, my darling? You're going to be my new best friend. Yeah, Lin, you are thoroughly latched onto.
Oh no. On one hand, success. On the other hand, oh dear God, she's mentally screaming. It's a good thing she hasn't
being destroyed.
Yeah, it's just, on the plus side, she's now got a cover person of just like, she's with someone who is the gossip who knows everyone. So now that she's there, everyone's just like, that one belongs. Mission success, I guess.
And rather, the thing is, Lin is being latched onto, and this group as a whole is moving away from the end of the ballroom. They're all kind of hanging out near the entrance, because the other thing about this gossip is that she's keeping an eye on every person who comes in. She wants to know who's here, who's not here, who's late, who's early, who arrives alone.
Mm-hmm.
She's not interested in moving any closer towards that jewel.
Mm-hmm. Well, on the plus side, that does mean she's got someone with her who knows everyone. She does just lean in and just go, well, I admit I and my husband are from out of town. Wonderful place in Ghibli, but we thought we'd branch out. But I'm afraid I don't know too many people here yet, alas. Are there any other people that are new? I don't want to step on any toes, after all.
Well, admittedly, it's usually the regulars, especially since no one wants to invite anyone too unknown with these cases of theft going on. But you're not the only ones by a long shot. And then there's just names and faces being pointed out. And yes, this person who I've decided is a sheep is pointing out essentially everyone who's from out of town or just not seen as much, because that's the more interesting bit, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Lin is very definitely filing away that, wow, this woman knows a lot. She knows a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
Is this sheep a sheep in wolf's clothing? We don't know. We'll find out.
But
I can't help it, I'm sorry. But she is also just trying to just like, out of the corner of her eye, see if she can find her husband, because how's he doing? Oh God, she's abandoned her husband. She's abandoned her boy.
You've abandoned your boy. You've abandoned your boy.
I abandoned my boy!
Oh.
I abandoned my wonderful himbo. What have I done?
Roll perception.
I will. Oof!
Oof.
Oh god. Oh god. Okay, it's not the worst. It's not the worst. But it's not great. That's an 11. The sheep has her.
The sheep has her, and Lin, you are still not the tallest person here by a long shot. You have lost the boy.
In her head, there is just, I've lost my beautiful husband. I wonder what I can get in the, oh god, I'm the gold digger now. Alas, 3 years and now he's gone.
Oh,
but
no.
I guess she is just going to latch on with this sheep. She is canvassing the joint as well. I think she is just like, after she's lost her husband and there is that mental moment of rest in peace. I will find you. I will think of you fondly. She does focus back on the case because she does trust him to be able to handle himself.
Yep. So, Lin, with new information being, thrown at you at speed and your own casing, I figure, what would this be? Rolling an insight or an investigation on the room as a whole? Depends what you're trying to do here. Or if you're picking out something to focus on.
I think the main thing at the moment is she'd be focusing kind of on the ruby, but more on who's focused on the ruby, who's not, and who's purposefully not focused on the ruby. Because hello, that thing is huge. At least one person is going to be glancing at it at all times. So I guess that would be insight on that one.
Yep.
Oh, now you roll good. You lose your boy, but you've got a good case. Okay, I see how it is.
You're just using Craigory as a means to an end.
Oh, no.
Yeah, dirty 20.
He's just using this poor man for his pretty face.
She just needed to get inside. He's being eaten alive out there and you couldn't care.
She's just like, I will buy him the world's best fruit basket after this. I'll include deep fried jello cubes if he wants that. If he doesn't, I'll harass Pip into finding out what he likes now.
Ha. Well,
Pip's
a
gonna
dirty 20. As said, you're not really any closer to said jewel yourself, but the good news is the sheep has positioned herself a bit up on the steps in order to catch every single person who comes in here. So you get a clearer-ish shot over the room as a whole, and yeah, absolutely there were people who are glancing at it and chatting amongst themselves, and it seems like this is a new quote-unquote attraction, a recent buy, a recent gain. This is fully showing off hours. So yes, people are looking at this, it's a centerpiece. As for people who aren't looking at it, there are a few people who rather doggedly are not paying attention to it. With a dirty 20, you can tell for some of these folks, at least, it seems more a matter of bitterness or jealousy.
I'm presuming that guy Monty from earlier is very pointedly not looking at it.
Monty is one of them. She's like, no, can we talk about anything else, please, for the love of God? That's the expression.
I came out here for the canapes and to get drunk. I didn't come here for the goddamn ruby.
Pretty much. And with that 20, Lin also knows to look not just at the guests, but at the waitstaff. Because again, she's been on that side of the operation before. And this waitstaff is all, as expected, pretty professional. They are artfully invisible, skillfully silent. Some are wandering amongst the crowds who are dispensing drinks. Others are attending the tables and making sure they're always full of food and drink. And because they are waitstaff and dutifully attended to their jobs, they're not really paying attention to the was about to say diamond, it's not that. The gem either.
Mm-hmm.
But there is a small commotion from out near the middle of the floor because one of them has gotten knocked into and the tray does topple and there is a crash of glass.
Oh boy. Oh boy. On the plus side, on one hand, whoever's doing this could be using it as a commotion. On the other hand, oh boy, if that goes sideways, that poor guy is going to be in trouble.
You can't fully see what's happening as a result of that commotion, but you can see about where it is.
Mm-hmm. I think she does just like go over to, she just lean over to her new gossip friend and just go, oh my, I think that might be that might be an interesting little scandal over there. Shall we go take a look?
Oh, what? Wait, where do you mean? And again, focus had been solely on the entrance. Sheep is now on tippy toes trying to see what you mean.
Why over there, darling? And I think instead of just like pointing, Goldie is just going to just like nudge, just like this sheep has got their hooves around her arm, so it's just, you know what? My turn to take you for a walk now. And there's just like that, come on, darling. And she's just like already off, just, yep, okay, towards the commotion. Might be interesting. She's still keeping an eye out on everything else. This monkey has multi-track mind. She's always Tokyo drifting.
Multi-track drifting.
Just like keep an eye on the ruby, keep an eye on the room, just see if she can spot her goddamn husband.
The sheep, there is a bit of a bleeding protest, but then, yes, does smell blood in the water and is now following along eagerly. And figure with that, we'll come back to this because, hey, where is Nico? Where is Craigory?
Yeah. Where is our boy? Where is our boy?
He got swept off in conversation with kind of the rest of the group that this sheep came with, and they've been far more migratory. They've been meanderingly but purposely making their collective way towards the food and drink. And we catch up with Craig at the point where he looks around and realizes he can't see Lin.
Oh no.
He's just, oh boy.
He has realized that he is the lost boy.
Well, you know, he's not too worried about Lin because she can take care of herself.
Mm-hmm.
And that is the snack table there. So he's going to pick out a plate, load up some food, and he's going to take a look around himself from this new perspective.
Genius. The eyes are where the food are.
Mm-hmm.
Go forth, Craigory. You can do it. I believe in you.
And this is going to be investigation. He's going to focus on the jewel itself and what's going on over there.
Mm-hmm. And
Damn.
don't forget you have got the +6 if you want to.
He has got the +6, and you know what? It needs to be used up in like 10 minutes if I remember correctly, so we'll do that.
Yes. Expert plan, textbook.
10.
Okay, that's a 10.
It's not great.
Nice.
But
no.
It makes a bit of sense because Craigory's, you know, he's not really familiar with the sort of security measures that go into this thing. It's set up well enough for the fact that you can't see everything of what's going on over there. So it makes sense that he's missing the full picture. He's not Teal. He's also not Lin.
Yes.
He sees the glass case, which, you know, with the light reflecting down, he can see there are arcane runes lightly scratched into the glass, which must be a security system on their own. The Lord himself is, of course, there, sweeping peacock tail feathers going every which way.
So, please tell me at one point someone has to duck when he gestures, because, tail.
People absolutely duck. Listen, this peacock is in the center of a ring of admirers and is constantly swishing around to address new people. People are constantly ducking.
Including one duck.
Yes.
Thank
Duck
you,
is the only one who's avoided getting feathers to the face at all.
He is very skilled in that single art.
Yep. And there are two guards that stand not right beside the case, because that would be unsightly. That would be, what, betraying anxiety? No.
Oh, no, no, no.
But there are two guards Craigory can pick out that are similar to the waitstaff, artfully not quite noticeable, especially for anyone who's just, this is really not their concern. They're here to party.
Mm-hmm. Why worry about the person who's perfectly still in the background? They're in the shadows. It's not important.
Exactly.
Look! Food! Pretty food in strange shapes and interesting flavours. Hopefully, please let it be that actually good, flavourful stuff and not the muck that they sometimes try and trot out.
Well, he's going to try a fancy food.
Please let the boy have nice things.
He pops something in his mouth almost mindlessly as he's, casing the joint, as it were, and oh, this is the good stuff.
Oh, it's the good shit.
It's the good shit. The Wizard Guild apparently cheaped out on their own stuff.
Ha!
This is entirely worth it. He is now snacking a bit more enthusiastically.
Yes! The boy gets free food!
The boy gets free food, and he had tuned out of the conversation a bit. But he's going to tune back in, and for him, it seems to be mostly mindless chatter, but then there is a commotion out in the middle of the dance floor. That seems like something he should look into.
Mm-hmm.
So, Lin, back to you.
I also have to note that it is just one thing. I hope in the back of his head he's like, hey, when I can't find Lin, what is Lin most likely to go toward?
Chaos.
Yes, chaos. When in doubt, find chaos.
Yep. Sure is doing that.
And so, yes, there is the monkey. There is the monkey with a sheep. Monkey's having an interesting time. Monkey's trying her best.
Mm-hmm. And the sheep is delighted because you have not led her wrong. There is indeed continued commotion going on here because someone's dress has now been ruined by a set of falling drinks. There is wailing. There is raging. There is a poor little ferret Toon waitstaff who is having an uh-oh moment.
Oh god. Oh god, this poor ferret.
She's like, yes, sorry, ma'am. And, out of hammer space, you get the stuff to sweep up the glass. She's like, oh, forget about the glass. What are you going to do about my gown? And it's just, she is making a stink, this Toon.
How much do we want to cause chaos? I mean, on the one hand, it's in the good kind of chaos, because we are not getting this ferret in trouble, because, seriously, we don't want this poor butler ferret to get skinned and worn as a coat.
Oh, no.
He's ferret fur, man. Ferret.
Mm-hmm.
They'll be eaten alive. So, how much of this dress has been soiled?
It's kind of all down the front.
Would you say it's less than 1 cubic foot?
I would say it's closer to 2 cubic feet.
Oh, God bless. Wow, that is impressive. That is
I don't know how much a
impressive.
cubic foot is. Listen, the drink tray was full, which seems weird. This is in the middle of the dance floor, and that thing was full.
Actually, yeah. That is. Huh. Oh, God, that is actually very suspicious. Right, okay, that's suspicious. That's suspicious! God, this is a pick and trap! She's just Lin is. I'm gonna roll deception. Yeah, Lin's got the deception down pat. She is in her head just going, "Oh, mother pecking son of a!" And outside, she's just looking absolutely calm. Just that blank curiosity of, okay, that sure is going down.
Yep. And while Lin's having this moment, Nico, darling, the light of her life, beloved, also arrives on the scene and is just, the woman who got her dress, ruined and is making a scene out of it in order to gain attention and whatnot, is stomping around and almost slips on, a bit of shard of glass, which the ferret had been trying to clean up, but everyone's feet are going everywhere. And she almost slips, but a dashing person in a cape manages to catch her by the arm. She's like, well, okay, hey, everything's good, yeah? And snap of the fingers, and one prestidigitation will get rid of half the mess.
I think at that moment of just, Lynn's seen her husband! Goldie's seen her husband! Oh, this is great! And at the same time, I think just, while the commotion is going on, she snaps off the other one, because, hey, this lady's been making a fuss over nothing! See? There's another cubic foot that's just been cleaned. It's completely clean! She's fine!
This lady almost pouts. That in disappointment that her excuse to cause a scene has been cleaned up.
Just, goodbye. No scene for you.
But then she just, looks up at, oh goodness, a savior. It's just like, oh, who are you? Nico Greywater, that's me. Hi, are you alright? And Lin, hey, someone is making eyes at your +1. What are you going to do about that?
Lin doesn't know why, but she suddenly wants to remove the kneecap. She doesn't understand why. That's just normally her state of being, isn't it? So I think Lin does just lean over to her sheep partner. We have not come up with a name for this sheep partner. Goldie probably has got it. Sheeple.
Well, we'll call this sheep Nellie.
Whoa there, Nellie.
It's short for Eleanor, but please call me Nellie.
Hey, Nellie, darling. Do you mind if I go and? Well, I believe I have to go rescue my husband. Is that all right?
Spots is going. Oh, go get your man. Yeah, go.
And there is very much that. There is that very much that smile from Goldie of just, yes, I'm going to go get my man. She is fully playing into this. She is having fun. This is her persona. She is a gossip. She is a lady. And she does
is beauty. She is grace. She will kick you in the face.
She wants to. That would probably be too much of a scandal. But she does just weave and go, there you are, handsome. And you are making quite a shining Hello there.
Hi, honey, darling. And scene causing Toon's smile does go a bit more sour. Just, everything is going wrong all at once.
Yes, sucks to suck.
Well.
Oh, whoa, so sad.
Have a lovely evening, ma'am. Pat on the arm, he's going to let go and get himself out of that and just go, have you tried any of the horse divorce? He's still got his plate of food.
I know they're pronounced hors d'oeuvre, but at the same time, no, it's a horse divorce. It's a horse divorce. Oh god, we love them.
It's a horse divorce, and, look, they've got champagne over there.
There is that, she has, as she came over, she's her arm of his, she does just, slightly bury her head in his arm, just for a moment, just to hide the smile, because, oh god, you. You.
Me. But yeah. Uh, you're in the middle of the floor, and the orchestra, which has been quietly tuning up in one corner, does at this point begin to strike up an actual tune. And hey, Lin, have you been keeping an eye on that ferret?
Yes, she has. It's just Lin is that. You know how Lin is paranoid?
Mm-hmm.
She's acquired the paranoia of you must know everything at all times or something is going to go wrong. She's been keeping an eye on the ferret.
Mm-hmm. Roll me a perception to see how, like, Lin will have spotted what the ferret is doing, but, like, seeing if she's spotted where it's gone and what it's doing now.
All right. Okay! It's not a 26. It's a 25.
Oh, the difference.
Oh, the difference. What a difference the number makes.
The ferret had used that whole commotion to, yes, sweep up the fallen glass, take the empty tray, and scurry on out of there. And it was a scurry. This didn't go entirely unnoticed as the ferret went underfoot of a bunch of people. You know, this is probably, you know, if we're being charitable, a new waitstaff, someone who hasn't quite gotten the art.
Mm-hmm.
Bit nervous. This might be their first gig. Who knows?
Indeed. Hopefully, like, she is just in the back of her head logging this person's potential suspect. I hope it's not, because saying the butler did it is a cliche and a half, and G never let her down.
But
she is also just clocking, oh, music. Oh, music. We're in the middle of the dance floor. Okay, well, we wanted to be here anyway at some point.
You know, good a time to catch up as any.
Mm-hmm. And so she does just, as the music is striking up, she just goes, okay, this is what we're doing now. My dear Nico?
Yep.
May I have this dance?
Yeah. Yeah, let's do it.
And it is just... I think they've practiced enough times that they do just slip into the stance. Because, yes, Lin very much drilled him into it earlier. Just, okay, everything's happening. Suddenly, let's dance!
Everything is happening, but this was alone in network, no eyes prying, you know, comfy environment. There are now people everywhere. It feels a bit crowded. The music is swelling. People, realistically, probably aren't paying too much attention to individual people, but it's still a different environment. So I'm going to have to rule we do our dance rolls again, but at advantage.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. That is nice. What's your performance again, my Lin, my darling? I've got your deception down in my head. I forget what your all your other modifiers just kind of slipped to the side for me.
26 strikes again.
Yes. And the other, I'm gonna see if I can roll higher. Oh my god.
Oh.
I said, hey, can I roll higher?
Hey!
Oh, fucking nat 20!
Nice. Nat 20 and a 17.
Okay. Lin's in her element. It's just, you do kind of just see, in fact, would Craigory like to roll insight?
Craigory would love to roll insight.
You can have advantage because this is your best friend.
Craigory, please. Please!
For our audience, that's a 10 and a 4. You see nothing, boy!
He's focused on making sure his feet are doing the good things. So he's kind of looking down at the feet and not quite at Lin. The good news about the platforms is he can't step on her toes.
Indeed.
If he could be more worried she'd step on his, but good lord, she's just immediately sweeping him into this, and until he catches his feet under him, he's just kind of following.
You know what? With a nat 20, I'm gonna have the fun thing of saying that to everyone who's watching, it looks as though Nico is the one who's leading.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, there is skill, there is grace. This is why he's the husband. He is fabulous. Look at him. He's glorious. He's a dancer. He's smooth on his feet. He is so fabulous.
That's so good.
And she's just... He doesn't catch it, but there is very much that look on her face as she looks up at him. Of just, yeah. She wears many masks and she tries to figure out what the perfect way to think this is. And it is just... This isn't a ballroom. This is a giant board. They are just another 2 pieces on that board, and she's here with Craigory. And hey, with Craigory, anything's possible.
You're killing me. You're killing the Kraken.
Suffer. But she is just having a wonderful time on that front of just... They just... For the first part, it is just a dance. She's watching him, and then she's letting her focus drift out. Because yes, this monkey likes focusing on more than one thing. Her brain is hardwired that way. So she's just trying to pick up everything, where people are moving, how the dance is going, and she's tailoring everything to that.
Mm-hmm.
And just enjoying this moment with him.
And I'm going to say, between the 4 and 10, the 4 was him initially just making sure, like, oh God, please don't trip right at the beginning. But now he looks up, having gotten feet under him, and this is going well. And she's okay, so how you been doing? Solved the case yet?
Well, I have met a very interesting sheep. I mean, let's just say I've definitely heard about a great deal of things, including a great deal of scandals. Honestly, wow! I can make so many files out of this. I'm gonna make so many files. This is great. I'm gonna have to keep this person somehow. This is fantastic. But besides the incident there, not entirely yet. And she does relay the gossip that she's had so far of just new money or new ruby. It's a ruby and it's new. Holy peck! And she does just fill in on what she knows. She's actually, while she's doing this, she is actually gonna sneak a glance at the ruby out of the corner of her eye as they're doing a spin or something.
Mm-hmm.
Would she roll for that, or?
Yeah, I figure that's a roll for that.
Mm-hmm.
You're on the move and whatnot, and also you're paying attention to 7 billion things at once.
Yep. Thankfully, 7 billion things is where her mind is. That's a 24.
Yep. The ruby is sparkling as before. Lord Harrington Belfont has wandered away, actually, has found a dance partner of his own, and for the first time, the ruby is kind of just on its own, glittering merrily. And while this is all going on, Craigory relays his own observations and whatnot. You know, which of the food was best, how fresh it was, and also, you know, hey, here's what he's noticed about the sort of guard stuff going on around the ruby and the fact that there are magical protections in place.
Good to know. Well, I'm gonna admit, I definitely think something is going to happen. I mean, did you happen to see that plate full of glasses earlier with the commotion?
I mean, you mean the lady who got splashed? I mean, yeah, Are we talking about the lady or like what happened right before? I kind of got there late.
Well, more specifically, you saw how much got on her, right? Why would someone have that full glasses at this event in the middle of the room?
Huh. Right, because you think people would be drinking out of them.
Indeed. I think things might already be in motion. Where it all is, I'm not entirely sure. I'm good, but quite frankly, this much ground, it's getting an aerial view would be great, but I'm not holding my breath on.
And Craigory gets an idea.
Oh boy.
Craigory gets a great idea. Just go. Okay, well, actually, don't hold on. That's the wrong thing. Just get ready, right? Gonna toss you.
Oh. And you get, like, the blink from Lin before you could see, you know her chaotic grin. This is the smothered, polite version of when she's tried to hide that she's about to commit chaos, but she is just, you can see the utter delight in her eyes. Just, yes, throw me, throw me, throw me.
And he sure does. He winds up and up Lin goes.
I'd like to say that it's in a, like, the perfect moment in the dance.
Mm-hmm.
Where
Like the
just,
music
like,
swells, there's, you know, a beat, a pause, and whoosh. Up she goes. Make your roll at advantage.
For perception, I presume?
Perception or investigation, whatever it is you'd like to try and
Okay.
perceive.
Okay. I've gotta take a... Because you know how just a moment ago I went, wow, she got a nat 20. I'm not sure how she can do that.
Uh-huh.
She just got another nat 20!
Yes, we take it.
We take it! We take it so much, just
Lin,
dear Lord.
time seems to slow down. You see all.
Just, God, I love it. She is high up, and this is a conspiracy board of a room. And so she is just, in that nat 20, she is just clocking as many people as she knows to see if there are any people she's already got a file on. See if she can find that ferret, just to see what she can see. She's not letting herself focus on one point. She's trying to see anything suspicious, anything that seems out of element.
Oh, excellent. As said, time seems to slow. It's like Lin hangs in the air. Eagle-eye focus, everything comes into being. There's like, you know, an overlay HUD of just snapping connections everywhere. Lin is perceiving. And, hey Lin.
Mm-hmm.
Over by said Ruby, Craigory had noted there were 2 guards in the background. Lin, ooh, you recognize one of them.
Oh.
You recognize one of the guards as someone who is just not quite full-out criminal on their own, but known to be sort of a goon, shall we say.
Mm-hmm. And who would possibly think to look there? Mm-hmm. They're a guard. They're meant to be in the background. Oh, that is clever.
This, one of the guards, is a goon, and even as you're watching, said goon moves over to the other guard, and there was a lot of noise going on. There's music, there's laughter, there's clinking of glasses, there's even from, you know, the slightly lost in the sauce people cheering and encouragement from the sidelines, including for the, quite frankly, very nice toss Nico Greywater has just done on Goldie. This guard moves over, and the other guard seems to freeze. And with a nat 20, Lin also, as she's coming down, spots movement from the side, and it's the ferret.
Oh.
Moving towards the front where that jewel is.
Oh, God.
And Lin, you are caught in Nico's arms, and spins you around, the cape flares out, and you're back on your feet.
Oh, you superstar. And it's, while she was there, it's just, as there was the spin, she was just like grinning into his neck as she just goes, I think we found our guy. And then she's back on her feet.
Oh. Okay, are things happening? Okay. Where do we need to be?
Things are happening, and she is just like, to anyone who's looking, it is probably the romantic look into each other's, as Lin is just casting message and just going, okay, Ferrets involved, guards involved. It's all going down right now. This is the greatest. Let's get it on this. There is that slightly windswept, wild look to her of just, yes, she got tossed, but gods, oh, this is everything a case should be. And she's just...
And Craigory looks out over the sea of people. They're still about in the middle floor. They need to be not here and get over there. And there's just screwing the shoulders, nod of the head, and yeah, you guys are just going to need to, I guess, dance your way through this throng of people.
Indeed. Although I think part of it is Lin is going to play into the romance look of just, yes, she's here, Goldie is here, her husband has just been incredible, she's slightly out of her mind, they're probably just dancing slightly close to the edge, and people are just going to assume, oh. Oh. She's fully leaning into that. Just, yeah. Look at her. Look at these two. Aren't they in love? They're having a wonderful time. There's going to be smoochy. Except no smoochy. No, we're solving a crime.
We're crime busting.
No lip locking. Only handcuffs on the criminal.
So, are these two aiming to move to the side, or are they going to go right through the middle of the crowd towards the Ruby?
I think they probably want to make it not too obvious, so there is just kind of that go with the flow of the dance to make less of a scene, but it is very much that weaving out of it, just getting to that edge, as though they're just going to take a quick break, which is surprisingly just by coincidence next to the Ruby.
It's by coincidence.
What were the odds?
Pretty close by there. And both of them are sort of keeping an eye on the edge of that and making their way over there. And you're close, but you're not quite out of it when, since you guys are watching for it, the guard makes a motion to the hand. The glass seems to flicker for a moment, and the ferret is going to make... What's her sleight of hand? Yeah. Ooh, 14 just makes it. But since you're watching for it, this is a swap happening here. In and out.
Mm-hmm.
And there sure is still a Ruby in there. But that guard is stepping back, and the ferret waitstaff is trying to move away again.
How far away would you say they are?
I'm going to say, we'll call it, for funsies, what's a nice, fun, round number? 50 feet?
Lynn's thinking something. Has this person managed to get the Ruby tucked away yet?
Still going off that nat 20, there is a flicker of the coat sort of flicking open, and it sure seems the Ruby has been tucked away into hammer space.
Oh, that mother pick. And she does just like, it is incredibly under breath, and you can almost hear that she's impressed, because, my God, that was efficient. She can applaud that. She hates it, but she can applaud it.
Yeah, well, this is not the first time at the rodeo.
All right.
So,
we can't try.
Be discreet or make a scene.
The problem is that he's put it straight in his hammer space straight away. In fact, how subtle do they can be subtle on both, and she does point at Nico and just go, you remember that the spillage earlier?
Yeah.
We both have prestidigitation, don't we?
We do. What's your plan?
Either trip or, well, it would create quite a scene if all of a sudden he was covered in it, wouldn't it?
It would. So between the two of them, they can soil 2 cubic feet, which I still have no idea how much that equals to, but a ferret is small, so it might just drench the entire thing.
Yes. It's just, she is just giving you the look of, do you think this is reasonable? Because it would mean that they could get close and then, hey, why have you got a ruby on you, buddy?
Yep, he's down for it.
All right. Do you want the ferret or the floor?
Ooh, you know what? I'll let you have the ferret.
Thank you. And you can just see, there is just, in fact, she does very much go, thank you, darling. And then she's just burying her hand slightly in your side, and there is as she casts. Just, you have no idea how much she wants to drench the ferret. She was on the ferret side. She supported the ferret, and look at them. Look at what they've done.
And a snap of Craigory's left hand, and the floor underneath becomes slippery as well.
Just, oh no, whatever is happening to the poor ferret? Somebody stop him. He's gonna go down.
Oh no. Like got a dex saving throw from ferret.
Oh my god, the ferret's got moves!
The ferret's got moves, but here's the thing. The ferret also didn't anticipate this happening, so while the ferret doesn't slip, fall on its tail and call attention that way, the ferret unintentionally ends up basically skating on top of the slippery mess and just ends up going straight into the crowd of dancing people. It was a dex save on not falling. It was not a dex save on not crashing into a bunch of dancing people and causing a commotion that way.
And there is just Goldie just watching him just go and just going, you know, that was almost graceful. We should probably go after him.
Yep. Let's move.
Yep. I just like to imagine they've just both watched this ferret just skid into the crowd, and it's just that 2 seconds before Bull in the China shop. Just
there are shrieks of outrage, there's laughter, there's people jeering and cheering it on, there's people who were not paying attention to what was happening and due to the natural flow come into this, building car pile up. And yeah, boy, if you guys want to catch someone in the middle of that, you better move. So Craigory's booking it.
Yes, gods, we're moving, we're going.
And there is a cry from the lord of the party going, what is this? Who? You again? And this peacock is flouncing over because the peacock spotted the start of all this, and that was the ferret. I did tell you that this was your last chance. You are fired. The ferret's just like, yes, sorry, of course I will leave.
Oh, that is actually quite a good. We've accidentally facilitated this because, hey, what's the best way of getting out of somewhere incredibly easily?
You're fired.
Yeah, in fact, that probably would have been their end goal in the end. It's just, you've caused enough of a scene, get out. Oh, that's genius. And Lin is in her head just going, wow, okay, if this ferret wasn't someone I wanted to kick the arse of, I would probably be trying to hire them.
But
how to go about this effectively?
Craigory's following Lin's lead on this. He doesn't know if they're going in guns blazing with handcuffs out or what.
I think Lin does just, again, there is another message and she just goes, okay, 2 paths I can see. We follow this guy out and we go the fun route. Or hey, we've got message and there's a guy we know the name of. I mean, he'd probably be interested to know that his ruby wasn't his ruby.
Yeah, that's true.
Unless you've got a smarter plan, because, hey, you are a peckin' genius and I love you. Oh god, she's got to fluster the boy. God, what have I done?
Yeah, immediately just, whatever brain cogs were turning, grind to a halt.
Oh no.
Listen, it's an easy fluster move. He has to take a moment.
The monkey has got too into character. It's really easy to be in love with Craigory.
It's really easy to pretend, huh?
Yeah, she did not realize it was going to be this easy.
But I'm going to say that even as they're concocting this possible plans of action, the illusion of the ruby in the case, a minute is up, and it flickers, and there is no ruby in the case anymore. And the Lord doesn't notice this because he's busy trying to placate, start the music again, start the music again. But there is a murmur starting to go through the crowd. Hey, Lin, I think it's a bit too... I mean, we could tell him, but it's a bit apparent now.
Indeed, indeed. Alright, ferret it is. Let's go. We're tracking down a ferret. And she's just like, she does just hold your arm for just another second, and there is just like the little headbutt, and then she's mewing through the crowd. It's just hood up, hide the gold, because by God, gold is eye-catching, but blue is slightly less, and she's mewing. She's mewing.
And the great news is a lot of things happen at once. Goldy grey water begins to neum, hood up. So people can't actually tell it's goldy grey water quite that easily. And then the Lord turns around and sees, oh, the ruby is gone. The case is empty. And there, the commotion is now in full swing. And the ferret is moving through the crowd and dodging, getting out of the way in the commotion. And people now see this hooded person sprinting through the crowd, looking very suspicious.
Lin,
and the Lord points
Lin, you quit. Lin,
at
you
the hooded figure and goes, "Get that thief!"
Well, on the plus side, it's a way to attract attention.
It sure is. And these people for the most part aren't adventurers. They're just here to party and have a good time. And there's screams and there's yells and there's commotion and there's a few people who try to reach and grab, but Lin's mewing, and Craigory just goes, "I will catch the thief," and runs after.
It's, you know what? Lin was an idiot. However, at the same time, everyone's going to be focused now. Everyone's focused now. So on the plus side, when they do catch the ferret, it's going to make things easier.
And the ferret is running and is going to use expeditious retreat and all that fun stuff. And there is weaving through crowds.
Yes. Fun thing. Lin still has spells today. She does clutch her brooch, which is holding her hood together. And she's casting Longstrider on herself and then Expeditious Retreat. So she is now... In fact, actually, how fast is this goddamn monkey now?
Please do the math on that. Even as you do this, the orchestra has picked up again. It's now the music of a high-speed chase.
Oh, she is grinning. There is those very signature... Craigory, Lin. There is the pumpkin orange sparks. And you can't see her face, but you can tell she's grinning. She's sprinting, because let's just break it down, because she normally has 40 feet. She's added Longstrider, so that's 10 feet added, so that's 50 feet. And she's expeditious retreating, so at minimum she's doing 100, and if she's using her movement, she's doing 150. She is fast. Yeah,
that's going to outspeed a rogue whose base speed is 30, and then expedition... Yeah. Lin. People are now yelling because the hooded thief has attacked a member of staff.
5 member of staff. And she doesn't attack. What she does is she does very much... She zooms ahead, and then she just turns around, like, arms crossed, in the path of the thief. Just, hello there.
Ah! And windmill trying to switch directions suddenly to avoid crashing into Lin. See how that goes.
No. Can Lin roll to grapple just for humour?
You know what? Yes.
Alright, let's see. barbarians get advantage on grapples, or is that something I'm misremembering?
That's a really good question. I don't really tend to play barbarian. Barbarian grapple.
Either way, I don't think it counts because she just got a dirty 20.
Well.
Ah!
Also, hell yeah, RJ.
On strength checks. Nice!
While raging.
I don't think she's raging yet because that's probably a bad idea when you're in this place.
Yeah, it's not likely that Ferret is gonna beat this. No,
No, that's a 3. That's a 3.
And someone, you recognize Nellie's voice, who just screams, "Oh, good lord, the thief has a hostage!"
Okay, you know what? Lin specifically grabs this guy by the scruff, doesn't full on grapple him. Is this guy shorter than she is?
With the platforms, yes.
Okay. She's very much trying to de-escalate in the best way possible. Do you think, for rule of funny and also rule of, hey, detective, this is a fun place, she could possibly shake the ruby out of this guy?
Please try it. Are you gonna, like, flip them upside down?
I think we're doing it a bit classier than that. She's got him by the scruff. He looks at her, grins, and there is the very decisive, you know when you flap out a coat? She's doing that.
Please roll for it.
Okay. She's a barbarian. Do you want to guess what she got?
Is it a 26?
I wish it was a 26, because gods, that would be hilarious. But no, the modifier for this is strength, so it's a +3. So alas, it's only a 22.
Oh, alas.
Alas and alack. Oh, woe be upon us.
There is, yes, the gag of this ferret is being shaken, the ferret's going, ugh. And there is a clink as the size of this ruby is bigger than their fist for sure. It's like sizable for their size. Clink, clink, clonk, strikes the floor, rolls out a bit, and Craigory, who had been, sprinting and running through people to get there, just skids onto the scene and, in stopping, scoops up the ruby and just holds it above the head like, aha! Ha! There we go. Got it.
And Lin has very specifically held the ferret out, so there is no chance of them going, oh my god, she slipped it into the ferret's pocket. No, she's smarter than that. Just.
Yep.
And then there is.
Go ahead.
I think what happens. Okay, you go first.
No, I'm curious. What happens?
There is just. The ferret is in her grasp, and there is just. She does lean in slightly, and then. It's not the voice of Goldie Greywater, it's the voice of Detective Stagehand going, well, finally caught your picnic. And that's all she's saying, of just, she's got the hood up, there is the orange glowing eyes, there is the grin, and there is just, with the orange sparks, there is the highlighted face of Detective Stagehand.
And this thief knows who that is, and there's just an audible gulp.
And she's gonna sit back for a moment, like, mentally sit back for a moment of just, yes.
Victory.
Let's see how the rest plays out. She's happy. She's so happy.
There is a shaking of tail feathers and people getting boffed in the face with them as Lord Harrington Belfont himself comes striding up. What is the meaning of this? Who? How? My ruby!
Oh god. He doesn't have to downsize his horse. He's saved.
He's saved.
God. I kind of feel sorry for Craigory, seeing as he has the diamond? Ruby. He has the ruby, so this guy's just... God. Sorry, you've got a peacock now, Craigory. We're sorry.
He sure does. He's taller than the peacock, in terms of where the head is, but the height of the tail feathers are enough to smack him in the face.
She's not laughing, she's not laughing, she's not laughing. She's totally committing this to memory. She's totally going to sketch this out later.
And he's like, yeah, yes, Lord. Thief. Yes, we've caught the thief. So here is your property back. And is going to hand the ruby back to original owner.
Mm-hmm. And I think Lin does come forward at this point. Just still, she's holding this ferret aloft. She's scruffed it. This is her ferret now. This is her ferret. It is going boneless. If she wanted to, she could just wave it around. It's highly entertaining to do that. She's going to give them a little bit more decorum than that because she wants to have decorum. And then as she comes by Craigory, there is the pulling of the hood back again. And she just goes, "You've got your ruby, and we've got our master thief."
There is a squinting of the eyes at Lin. She's like, "Who are you? I didn't invite you."
Didn't you? Surprising. And Lin is, Craigory, you can see in Lin's eyes, there is the thought of yeet, ferret, and run at same time.
You just got the ferret.
I know. Yeet, ferret, and run does pass through her head, but no. No, this is a high profile case. She wants in.
Yeah, and Craigory just kind of goes, "Well, doesn't matter." I suppose it does not. My appreciation for protecting my property, and is just like cradling the jewel in hand, stroking it.
Please, dear God, tell me he kisses it. Just the full on, just
yes.
God, they're both gonna rib him later on about this. Okay, this is gonna be in the memory of remember this guy. Yeah. She's totally committing some of these guys' actions to her memory for if I ever need to play a really pompous person, I know who I can emulate and it's gonna be terrible.
But yes, Lin, Craigory, you've caught your thief. You have managed to not get yourselves arrested for appearing suspicious as fuck.
It was fabulous. They successfully did something without screwing it up. They've somehow gone dumbass into hyper-competent, but also dumbass.
The jewel does indeed go back in its rightful spot in the case. That goon guard is gone. No one knows where that guy went.
She'll set some people on that. That guy's gonna have a fun time in an alleyway with stage. It's gonna be great.
So, having succeeded in your original mission, what's the plan? Is it get Ferret to a police station, or is it call someone to take the ferret away and enjoy the party? How's the evening ending?
I think slightly a combination of both, because as soon as this stuff went down, someone probably raised an alarm, so there is probably, like, unfortunately for these partygoers, there are probably the cops already on their way.
The cops arrive, a good 5 minutes late.
Fashionably late, are they?
Fashionably
of course,
late.
When all the real
There
done.
is a paddy wagon that comes bursting through the front doors and lands in the hall. Just, police!
Okay. There is just... Craigory, you can full on see the look on Lin's face of just, yes, Anquil's finest.
Anquil's finest. And with Ferret being passed off and, the evening's energy has taken a bit of a weird turn for the regular guests who came here for a good time, but the Peacock is starting up the band again, trying to get it moving, and Craigory, once Ferret seems to be squared away in police, at least those people are leaving. There might be a few that are sticking around just to see if they can find said goon that Lin mentioned. Craigory's going to tap Lin on the shoulder and hold out a hand. One more dance for the road?
I would be honoured. And she takes the hand. There was this one microsecond of a moment where there was surprise, and then there is just fondness.
And this is just a completely fun dance now. There's no need to be looking up for anything, and it's just for fun.
They're probably going to create... Oh god, Nelly is going to have such a gossip thing after this. Well done.
Lord, yeah. Nellie's having an evening.
Nelly, take your fill. Feast, sheep. Feast on the gossip. But yeah, these two they've had their victory. The police probably do know who Detective Stagehand is. It hasn't been publicly announced yet. But no, this case is going to be one of the ones she gets to put on the board. It's just her and her fabulous informant, Craigory Danthew. They got to solve something. And hey, that's great. That's great in the book against Minerva of just, you can't arrest him. See, he's doing amazing work.
This is a civil servant now.
Yeah. Which is actually another one of the reasons why Lin had him coming along. It's just high profile. Well, it's going to go really well for Craigory. She looks out for him. She loves him.
Oh, she does.
But there is just that one final dance, and I think she does just rest her head against him just for a moment. It's a slow dance. It's wonderful. It's magical. It's with him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Arm goes around. This was big evening. It's starting to get late in the evening. The energy has slowed down. The band is playing the slow two-step.
Mm-hmm.
And they succeeded.
They succeeded. And she loved every pecking moment of it.
And Craigory had a fantastic time.
I think as we're winding down here, as they do leave, she does just like lean in. You know, it's getting late. I've got a quick way back to my place. Wanna come round? I've got that really nice tea you like, some biscuits. You can take the couch tonight if you want.
He opens his mouth. It seems like he's about to say yes, and it was really thinking about it and went, I've actually got something to do pretty early in the morning. There's something time sensitive in the lab that I was finishing up as he came. It's not the best idea tonight.
Yeah, we don't want the house exploding. Pip would get unhappy. Boomer would laugh.
Yeah, between Boomer and I, it's a bit of a concern, but yeah, so not tonight, but rain check on that?
I can wait.
All right.
And you know what? It's been dramatic. She watched DJ moves. To hell with it. It's just, as they're walking along, she swings out from with his arm to be in front of him and just grabs his hand that isn't the glove. And she does just do this like slight bow and do the, you know the very fancy knight in shining armor kiss of the hand. She does that and she just goes, "Until we meet again, handsome."
Doofiest grin. This is a doofiest dork goof everything grin.
She's fighting her own You can clearly see she is enjoying this. It's just, yeah, she won't give words to it, but God, she doesn't know what kind of love this is, but she knows she loves him. And this is just this moment here, riding that high, moonlight there, just God's. Then she does just back up after a moment and just go, "See you around, partner."
Yeah, I'll see you next time, partner.
And she's totally she walks away and it's suave, okay? She's suave, she's got her double skirt, she's got her clicking heels. She is totally not internally going, oh, heck, this was amazing! Absolutely not. She's so calm and collected.
Craigory, for his part, is A, not able to hide, and B, not bothering hiding. Like, look, he's walking away. Just, this is a person clearly on cloud nine. This was a great evening. This was fun. He was glad Lin asked this of him. It all worked out great. This was a good time. You know, it's a good story for Pip later. Just, So, I think we just fade out with them going on their respective ways.
Yes. There's just good. Monkey doing spins. Monkey's got her key. God's best pecking night ever.
All right. And that's been Bust a Move. Thanks for listening. All right. I'm going to stop my recording.
Bye-bye, everyone.
See ya.